Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Good Hope Raiders head football coach Alan Scott, powered by Campus Traditions. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome back, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, so you continue your run of success with 2 more wins. First one was a couple of weeks ago against Cordova. You smacked them pretty good, 34-6. Tell us about that game.
It was a big region game. Like we had talked about, Cordova, I think, has really improved from last year to this year. And,
yeah.
You know, Coach Mainer's second year, he's a great coach. And so it was a physical game, and they came out here and hit us really hard. And I think, you know, we had a pretty good second quarter that opened things up, and was able to maintain that, you know, intensity into the second half. So
right.
it was a big region win, and I was proud of our effort that night.
Good, good. So then this past Friday, you traveled to Addison. That was a non-region game, but you beat the Bulldogs really well, 41-6. Tell us about that one.
Kind of like we talked about, that's a huge rivalry game between the communities. They were the number 5 team at that point in Class 1A, and I think we're averaging 56 points a game.
Wow.
So very potent offense, and Coach Hastings always does a fantastic job. And so, you know, going over there again, that was a chance for our kids to prove themselves a little bit on being able to go on the road and play a tough opponent. And felt like, again, we got out to about a 21-0 lead at halftime and just kind of methodically continued that in the second half.
Nice.
And they put one up on our JV defense there toward the end of the game, but I know that our kids played hard, even the young guys, so was proud of them for that. And just a good win again against a quality opponent.
All right. Tell us who played well over the last couple of weeks. Let's start with the offense.
Offensively, I think our quarterback, you got to start there again. Parker Johnson has been very solid, throwing the ball, running the football. He's had some big games running it, and you know, pretty tough to bring down sometimes. He's really quick. Our running back, Mason Drake, has done a fantastic job. I think over the last 2 weeks, he's had probably 7 touchdowns, at least 7 or 8 touchdowns in 2 games. So he's had a good run at it, and our offensive line has been doing a fantastic job up front.
Nice.
Receivers, we've spread the ball around. Carter Rutherford has been really good.
Wow.
Aiden Young, some of those guys. So just Tucker Keefe. We've got some weapons offensively, and our offensive coaches are doing a good job spreading the ball around.
Okay. How about on the defensive side?
Defensively, I'll probably have to start up front.
Okay.
And so we've got 3 guys up there, Ross Clark, Hunter Miller, and Braden Kofer. All 3 of those guys are doing a fantastic job for us. Inside backer, we've got Kane Anderson and Mason Drake, who I mentioned, and Caden Collins. Outside backers is Cody Stevens and Tyler Bird. And then we mentioned Carter Rutherford and Tucker Keefe in the secondary, and a couple of young guys, a couple of 10th graders played last week. Caleb Bowles had an interception, and Webb Buchanan came in and played safety for us. So we got some young guys, some experience, and so that was a positive as well.
All right, fantastic. So any big injuries to speak of?
Oh, no, sir. Well, the Lord's blessed us right now.
Good.
Everybody's doing well.
Good deal. Like to hear that. Coach, right now you're right in the middle of your schedule. Tell us a little bit about this team. Give us an assessment thus far.
I think they've done everything we've asked them to up until this point.
Sure.
You know, every day hasn't been great, obviously. So, but they've responded to whatever we've challenged them to. So that's been a positive thing. And if we can kind of continue to do that and try to be focused during practice, then I think then we can get better, which is the whole point.
Fantastic. So tell us what your goals are for the back half of the season.
I think it's just very simple, again, just to come every day and work hard. I know that's kind of a platitude that coaches use all the time, but it's true. We want to just get better every day. We've got a regional game this week against Curry, and they are much improved. I talked to Coach Cordell this morning, and I think the world of him. And so they're big and physical up front. They come right at you. So we're going to have to buckle up this week. And, you know, each week brings its own things that you've got to prepare for. And so we just want to get better. We just want to make sure that we're doing the things that we can control.
Right. So you mentioned a little bit about Curry. Let's expand on that a little bit. Tell us what you expect to see from them.
They, like I said, they've improved a drastic amount since last year, and you can see that very evidently on film. They handled Haleyville at home.
Okay.
And Haleyville is a really good program, and they imposed their will on them. And so,
wow.
You know, we if we don't come to play and we don't do our job up front, they're going to push us around a little bit. So
right.
That's something that we've got to look for. And then on offense, I'll look at things from a defensive perspective, but
yes.
on offense, they fly around. They're hunting for tackles, and so, you know, we need to protect the football, or else bad things could happen.
Okay. All right. So following that, on Friday the 10th, you travel to Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Hamilton's a different animal. They are 6-0 on the season. They're going to be a nice test for your ball club. Tell us what you expect to see from the Aggies.
Well, everybody's back. So
right.
What we saw last year is, I mean, you're seeing it already this year.
Right.
They were 10th graders last year, and now they're juniors, so they're even better. Right. Their quarterback, Holloway, is the real deal. They've got a great running back. Their receivers, it seems like 5 or 6 of them out there that can all catch the ball.
Wow.
Every one of their offensive linemen are seniors, and that's just on the offensive side. They're putting up, 45, 50 points a game. Defensively, they're getting the job done. They fly around, and Coach Shipp does a great job over there. So, absolutely, that's going to be a heck of a test. But we want to focus on Curry right now.
Yes,
but
sir.
I know you're asking the question, so
yes,
looking
sir.
down the road, that's going to be a challenge.
Okay, very good. Well, Coach, that's our show. We appreciate your time, and as always, we appreciate yours. Join us again in a couple of weeks for another Good Hope edition of Coach Speak.